Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We got a beanie for 9. I don't know if y'all can hear me because all this fucking wind, but yeah, we got a beanie.
So like, let's do like the big, I mean, we're in an arena, so I know since we're Star Wars fans, like not all of us are sports fans. So final time, make it, this is the money shot, this is the one on 3. 1, 2, 3!
Take a few minutes for the Navi computer to calculate the coordinates.
A few minutes? Are you kidding? At the rate they're gaining?
No, what is it? You have to shoot this. Traveling through hyperspace is like Justin Croft's kid. Without precise calculations, we fly too close to a store, bounce into a supermarket, and then...
Yeah.
Be a hell of a...
What's that?
Watch. You're losing the deflector shields. Go strap yourself in. Be careful on the way up.
Yeah, sure. I'm taking very cautious.
You? No way!
Bounce too near a supermarket?
This is a very simple, basic idea.
It's a story about a farm boy in Nebraska, and not on Tatooine.
It was originally designed to be a modern fairy tale.
About good and evil, you know, and what prevails and what doesn't prevail.
It's unlimited, the possibilities of what they can do.
If this one doesn't work out, we're sort of finished. But hopefully it will justify it as a series. Make you say, gee, what happens next?
The whole experience has been so completely unanticipated.
I had my doubts about whether another Star Wars would work.
But I now get that phrase, thank you for my childhood, because it's something that people carry with them now, forever and ever and ever.
As I see it, this has nothing to do with past, present, or future. Star Wars could be in any of those areas.
It's a big part of what makes these films so important to pass on from generation to generation.
I feel honored that I've been allowed to continue the journey.
It's very cool to meet someone inspirational to a generation of moviegoers.
Those that have gone before you, incredible artists in their own right. You delve deeper in your appreciation and respect for that.
Oh my gosh. It feels like I was just in a time machine and I had traveled back to when they first started filming Star Wars.
There are 9 films. I think of it more as 3 3-act plays.
If you're a kid watching this 100 years from now, 500 years from now, you see this inevitability, this story conclude in a way that feels thrilling and shocking and funny and emotional and satisfying.
I like these films.
I think there's a legacy that's important.
Episode 9 will be a conclusion of a story that is over 40 years in the making.
So all stops are out, and it's all go.
few months ago, my friend, J.J. Abrams, mi compadre, my Soul Cycle emergency contact, called me up and he said, Steve, would you do me a favor? And I said, of course. Why? Because again, he's my friend, and I like to repeat that every so often. But he's also a creative genius who understands the spirit and the joy of science fiction. And perhaps most importantly, because he let me visit the episode 9 set. I know things. Oh, the things I know. I got to go in the thing, and I saw the place where they were with the people you remember from that place. And you're not gonna believe the new things for them theys who usually have other things, but then now they have a new one. This is gonna be so much more exciting when we can use nouns.
The thing I think about all the time is the responsibility we have. And we have it with all of you, and it's something that we talk about every minute that we're involved in making these movies. And this one in particular. I think the little film you saw at the front end, George was saying that this is the third act of a three-act structure. It is. That's exactly what it is. And we've immersed ourselves in everything George created, talked about it endlessly, and we're so excited because I think what you're gonna end up seeing, you're gonna be so happy with.
Well, thank you all for coming. This is unbelievable to be here. I have to say, in answer to your question, Stephen, hello. In answer to your question, I think that, but I love you also. The thing is that at this stage, we've been so sort of in that focused cave of the editing room and working so hard with a very small group of people. And you're aware, of course, what Star Wars means to so many outside of those rooms. But to come here and to have this kind of warm reception and to be physically, viscerally reminded of what it means is the most amazing and exciting shot in the arm. And like Kathy said, we cannot wait for you to see what we're cooking up.
I think that what's also fascinating is it's over 40 years. So the context that George was working within, it's 40 years later. And to keep this relevant and meaningful to the characters and to the people experiencing this story, it has to feel like it's of its time. And I think that what we've done is we've taken to heart everything that inspired George, and then I think the inspiration that JJ's brought to this has given it even more depth.
In addition to being the end of 3 trilogies, it also needs to work as its own movie. And that's been part of the fun of it, part of the challenge of it. But this movie, it's about this new generation and what they've inherited, the light and the dark, and asking the question as they face the greatest evil, are they prepared? Are they ready? And it's been really incredible to look at this thing that George created and to bring it to a close in this way about this new generation.
It is so hard to sit here next to you and hear you say the greatest evil without going, who is? What is? Can you give us any hint?
Kathy?
Okay, moving on. Are there any new force powers that we were not aware of before that appear? For instance, we were thrown for a delightful loop on the force projection of Luke at the end of episode 8. Is there any new things that Rey is going to pull on us? Like, is she going to be able to pull down a Star Destroyer with her mind? Can she force flow through time? Is there? You don't have to give us, but is there any new tricks?
This is a JJ question.
What are the tricks, JJ?
I think that's a yes. I think that's a yes. You have to ask him.
No, I used to love Daisy.
No one's ever really gone.
Roll it again.
Okay, so we just got done with the Star Wars Episode 9 panel, and it was pretty crazy, honestly. It surprised me. What they said in the hour-long talk that they had wasn't too intriguing in my opinion. It wasn't boring. It was definitely interesting to watch, but it was just, I didn't learn too much that I was like, oh, blown away with. Lando looked really cool. I was enjoying seeing him, not only on screen, but the picture he had. That was really cool. The trailer. Let's talk about the trailer. I'll give you my honest reactions. It's been about 10 minutes since we've seen the trailer. The trailer surprised me with a lot because I really didn't feel like there was much of direction they could go in. Rey with the lightsaber that we've already had, the Skywalker saber, I was kind of disappointed with that, honestly. It's kind of one of those things where you go, I wish you would have innovated a little more with her saber, you know, give her a saber staff. She has a stick in one of the pictures. Like, there's a picture of her on the forest, probably the forest moon of Endor. She's on a forest planet, and she has a stick. So my question is, what's that have to do with the lightsaber? Does she reconstruct the lightsaber later on? It's a very interesting trailer, and very interesting episode so far. It's one of those things where we're just going to have to wait and find out and see how it goes. A lot of people are going to be surprised with the going back to the Death Star, and then not only that, right after you hear the Palpatine laugh, and Ian came out and he said, "Let's do it again," or something like that, or "Play it again." And we watched the trailer again. I didn't show the trailer again because it was kind of same thing over and over again. But anywho, that was badass. It was a surprise to hear Palpatine come back. Is it a good move? I'm going to tell you right now, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with bringing Palpatine back. But if they're trying to do the whole plan of all the movies are connected, then Palpatine's got to be the main villain of it all. It really makes me wonder, though, if they're just teasing him. Maybe he's in it for a hologram scene. Maybe he's talks as a Sith, like, ghost a little bit. Would he be the main villain again, though? It's interesting. Who's Kylo Ren going to look to now for the dark side? Is he only dark side? A lot of possibilities just opened up that we didn't already have. I'm still concerned about Palpatine. That's the only thing that kind of was like, ooh, I don't know. The Death Star, going back to that, that's something I wanted from The Force Awakens. There was art of the characters diving into the sea that looked really cool. The Death Star scene looked awesome. So I'm excited to see what the Death Star does and how that has to deal with it. And basically, when they go into it, all that. I like the fact that the entire cast is together. And what I mean by that is the three characters we're following the most. Poe, Ren, and Rey. That's a good combination right there of bringing them all together for the final movie and actually having them together, because we haven't really had that much. I mean, Poe and Rey didn't meet till the end of The Last Jedi. Like the last scene, right? One of the last scenes, they didn't meet, and so it's kind of hard to have a connection with the trio, this new cast, this new generation, when they haven't really connected with each other that much, you know? So hopefully Episode 9 can really capitalize on that, and it seems like they are. Despite what people may say, I haven't checked the internet or anyone else's reaction to it. I've talked to maybe 2 people, and neither of them have really given me a reaction. So I don't know how anyone else thinks about it, but I say this is a step in the right direction. I thought it was a good trailer. It did build up my excitement for Episode 9 more than it was. I have faith in JJ. Now I'm kind of a little more excited to see what he can do. And that shot of Rey with doing the backflip and everything on the TIE Fighter, beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. You can't say that wasn't a beautiful shot. I don't know how they're gonna go with the character of Rey. Luke Skywalker's voice, y'all heard that, him talking in the background. He was basically saying that it's her fight now. She needs. I like that message. I like the message of, instead of him going, "Oh, I can't do this because I fucked it all up," I like him simply going, "Hey, this is your story. This is your." That's what I've wanted from this entire trilogy, is focusing on the new characters, focusing on their stories, their battles. I love the original trilogy, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to focus on that in this new sequel trilogy. And I feel like the past 2 films have really done that. And that's one thing you can kind of be a little concerned with on Episode 9, is you go back to the Death Star, you go back to Palpatine, all these familiar places, and it's the villain basically. He seems to be the villain of the movie, and maybe that's the whole reason he put him in the teaser, is that maybe he wants us to think that he's the main villain. Maybe there's going to be a twist where Snoke and Palpatine were working together all along. We really don't know. Maybe Snoke was Palpatine trying to come back, and just a failed fucking version of him. Possibilities are endless at this point. A little nervous about it. A little nervous to see how you guys are going to react to it. Tell me your thoughts. I mean, this is just the vlog part right now, but honestly, tell me your thoughts. The Rise of Skywalker really does give speculation on what the fuck does that mean? What do you mean Rise of Skywalker? There's not even a Skywalker left technically. Ben Solo is the Solo, and he has a Skywalker bloodline in him, but he goes by Kylo Ren now. So the Rise of Skywalker makes you go, well, is he going to come back and take the name Skywalker? Is that what he's going to do? Is Ben Solo going to be redeemed in the end? It wouldn't be surprising. What I'm doing now is I'm just going to chill until the Vader Immortal VR panel. It's a game that they're coming out with this year from ILM, XLab, and Oculus Rift, I believe. I'm excited to see what they can do with the next game that's not by EA. I mean, this is going to be the game that's not under EA, and I like that. So I'm really excited to see what they can do. I'm going to chill here for a while. I really wanted to get good seats. Last night, I met some legit people. Y'all don't even know. We went to a nice little restaurant. I met a guy named Punch It Chewy from Instagram. Really cool guy. He gave me an exclusive pin to give to a certain someone that hopefully we can get that set up, because I have something really special planned tomorrow if it falls through. I gotta wait on my guy, but we'll see how that goes. And then last night, I chilled with Daniel Logan for a little bit. He played Boba Fett in Attack of the Clones. Really cool guy. he was definitely entertaining. So I chilled with him last night. Who else? Ian McDermott's manager. Met her. It was really cool. Chilled with her for a while. Overall, it's been a fun time.
Outside a lot more today than I thought it was going to be.
Got some cool little art here. There's that Revenge of the Jedi. That's probably my favorite poster. Most likely because it never happened. I'm not planning on buying any merch myself. That's true.
Celebration had all this.
You know, this reminds me of that scene in Polar Express. When he walks into that one train, it's got a bunch of shitty toys.
Yeah.
And then it freaked me out because he did that puppet thing. Like the film, I may not even like the scene, but I respect the art and I respect the costume.
Oh my god.
Wonderful.
Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this.
I got some cool posters right here that I really like. Really beautiful. So as you can tell, we're meeting a lot of cool costumes and cool people, and it's been a cool trip in general. A lot of interesting stuff. So look at that, just right ahead. You got 2 or 3. Look at that, Scooby-Doo. Little Kylo Ren. That's the cutest fucking thing ever.
No, I was just asking.
Yeah. Man, that's awesome. Look at this awesome artwork.
Where are credit card sales at?
Oh snap, look at this guy. So when I attended the Vader VR panel, they gave me an actually little card, voucher. I can go get that redeemed and get some cool stuff. Okay, look at that card that he got, and look at mine. They're finessing us out here in Chicago. They do not give a fuck, and I can't say I blame them. The way they've been running it has just been not too great. You can reserve panel lotteries, you can reserve a panel that's not a panel lottery, which basically means like the Clone Wars, Jedi Fallen Order, well, not Jedi Fallen Order, that's on the celebration stage, but it's confusing, I know, because I'm confused with it myself. But there's a lot of panels that you can reserve for. The problem is the app doesn't work. And they said it was going to come out Thursday at 10 a.m. Came out this morning around 10, if not a little later, and it doesn't even work. All right, guys, about to go into this crowd. Wish me luck. Oh, boy.
I'm going to elect to say it.
I'll get back. Okay.
Let's find I'll probably mill around the exhibit hall.
So it's an hour until the panel, but
All right, final. So I left the convention center. I left my phone charger at home, so I'm gonna go pick up one from Walgreens real quick and then probably head back to the convention center and meet up with my friends. But other than that, Star Wars wise, the vlog might not have too much stuff you're looking for. So from here on out, it's just probably gonna be my journey through Chicago. So hope you guys enjoy. Chicago's a lot more beautiful today than it is yesterday, or than it was yesterday. There's a lot of rough parts of Chicago. I come from kind of a rough area back where I'm from, but it ain't like this, I'll give it that. I mean, this is really pretty right here. I love this building. The structure, it's really, really pretty. Well, I guess I'm in Chinatown, boys. Who would have thought? Oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks real good. They got a lot of food over here, man. What the fuck? I smell pot. Either that or a skunk died. Ah, there's where I'm headed. A Chinese Walgreens in Chicago. Is that how that works? Is that really a Chinese Walgreens, or is it just the fact that I think I'm in Chinatown? I think it's Chinese. Well, I want to find out. Let's go in. Okay, I really like that. That looks really cool. And we made it. Well, turns out I got both the things I needed for like 20 bucks, so that was pretty lit. I got a good deal. Remember that building I liked right here? Well, I want to go check it out, so here we go. What? That's cool. Great while I'm walking, so I'm kind of thinking of the song at the moment. Oh, dude, it smells so good over here. I'm getting pretty hungry. I haven't had a calorie all day. I do the intermittent fasting diet, so I only eat really only one meal a day. Oh my god, look at that.
Look at, oh man, that looks good. Joey noodle. I could probably do something like that.
Hing Lee, is that how you say it?
I really don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. If anyone speaks Mandarin, please tell me. This is kind of cool little stairway. This is really pretty. Not even pretty, just kind of badass. Kinki Restaurant, is that how you say it? Kinki? And Great Wall Restaurant. That's pretty cool. I kind of want to go in there, honestly. I'm not the biggest comic book fan in the world, but it's not like I don't know a decent amount about, Marvel and DC. I'm just not like a diehard fan. Only $100 for what? I kind of want to go in there actually now and get some. I don't even know what they have. I may come back here later and get some food one day. Saturday there's not much going on at Celebration, like I said, until like Jedi Fallen Order. So if I can somehow get into the Galaxy's Edge thing, I might. I don't see the anticipation for it because a lot of people aren't really that interested in it. I mean, I'll probably go to it, but let's be honest, Galaxy's Edge is going to be busy as hell. Uh-oh, K-pop. We know everybody loves K-pop. I thought this was Chinatown. What the fuck's the Koreans doing here? I probably know a little bit more about like Japanese culture than I would Chinese culture because I have a black belt in American Taekwondo, which is Korean. But one of my instructors for a while, he would teach me specifically Japanese stuff, with Japanese style of karate. Very powerful stuff, very good stances and whatnot. I know Japanese also do like judo and whatnot. And there's Japanese jiu-jitsu. But I do the Brazilian one. So that's the Chicago Public Library.
You guys may not know it, because I didn't really know it until I came out here. George Lucas lives in Chicago, which is crazy. One of my Uber drivers last night, well, Lyft driver, he was, is that a boxing gym? Oh, no, it's not, sorry. I box too. I like boxing. So George Lucas lives out here, and my Uber driver, my Lyft driver, he was telling me that like he would see George just kind of walking around from time to time, getting coffee and everything, just kind of chilling by himself. I think that's awesome. I would love to meet him. That would be so cool if you just bump into him one day.
So it looks like these are apartments. I did not know that. That is pretty cool. I had no idea. I was just talking to this lady. She had a really cute looking dog, and she was telling me that the Chinatown I was in, I think it was old Chinatown, and she said there's a new Chinatown, and apparently it's even better. So if I can go check that out, I might. She also said there was a really unique bridge on the 18th Street, I believe. Does that sound right? 18th Street. I didn't really think they'd get that high in numbers downtown, but anywho. I might go check that out too because it's a nice bridge with a good sunset.
So I forgot to mention it because I didn't really record it. I was looking for that Vader Immortal thing to get into, to get that picture or that poster that I wanted, and I couldn't, sadly. But I went around looking for it and I couldn't seem to find anyone who knew how to get it. And I asked, I think 3 or 4 employees, not a single one was helpful. I mean, they were nice. There was 2 of them that were actually nice. First lady was completely rude. But other than that, I couldn't find it. So I'm not sure how to get the poster now. But it's whatever. I mean, it happens. But if I can find out how to get it, that'd be great. But what happened was, we were looking for the poster, and we ran into a guy named David Collins. And if you don't know who David Collins is, don't be surprised. He is the voice for Proxy from the Force Unleashed video game. And he also, I think he does a show from time to time. I think he hosts certain things. He was doing the episode 1 Phantom Menace music panel. I really wish I could have gotten in for that, but I was a little too busy at the time for it, so.
And I think we're back. Or close. Really close. That might be it. No, I don't know.
今日整備したモデルをどなたにも気軽に、このポリシーがバンダイのプラモデルのクリエイティビティの本質だと思っています。
I hate trying to do takes. I fuck up every time. I made it back to the convention finally, met up with my friends again. Can't go to that one party that I wanted to, but we may still be able to go to the Rogue Squadron podcast, so that'll be kind of interesting. The convention, I think, just closed, so it's kind of empty and dying out, but we did just get a good view of that Lego Boba Fett. That was a really cool costume.
My boy Mark again, and
hey, what's up, man?
And True, and everybody else, Zach, and Nick, and Luke, and fucking Lance, always by himself for some fucking reason. And that's kind of how the convention looks from. This isn't the entrance. This is kind of the exit, the backside. But, I mean, it's big.
So the convention just closed. We're still kind of walking around though, but the lights have kind of gone off, so everything's winding down. I really don't know what I'm gonna do tonight, but try to vlog it all.
Oh, I like the Iron Man. Yeah, Texas, it has like an interesting rain pattern sometimes. It'll be cloudy one day and then storming like a motherfucker the next minute. It's almost like Florida in a way, but Florida's a lot worse when it comes to rain and humidity. Good God, Florida. That humidity out there, I can't imagine trying to live. How much you guys think these townhomes are worth? I bet you they pay like $2 or $3 grand a month. As I'm filming their fucking houses. What a creep.
Like scanning every single damn one.
Oh, I didn't know they were doing that for the Galaxy.
Well, all that was reservation, so.
Yeah, it's like that. Like, yeah, that's actually some really good.
Both Creeds are like.
Yeah, both of the Creed movies are pretty good.
Most of the Rockies.
The second one surprised me with the, not only him losing. The most depressing park ever. The firehouse. Yeah, there's a lot of classic cars. 2020. How many miles is that? Like 5?
3, I think. Alright, so today was almost.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we made it back to Chinatown. I don't remember this being here when I last came. Oh fuck, someone had to hit that. That's not like a someone got mad. That's like a whole someone got died. And we're back in Chinatown, but a new part, new Chinatown. Yeah, I did that one right over there. That's the one that the lady told me. I think she said it was old Chinatown because, I mean, it's kind of, compared to this, it's a lot more run down, but it had a lot of cool stuff I wanted to check out, like a comic book shop and everything that had a lot of cool art. People don't think I'm a nerd whenever they look at me. What the fuck is this? Yeah. All right. Well, hey, we got to pick a place to eat. By the way, I mean, we're here now, so